Welcome back to Legally Friends. We're here at episode 10, and we have a very special guest, my favorite guest we'll ever have, Megan Hunsaker. So excited to have her. And we're going to have some fun things to dive into, some very interesting things. We're going to talk about Amy's very interesting moving experience and some mystery devices and things that were found in her closet. We're talking about Megan's special interview for a show. And then we have some good drama about secret lives of Mormon wives, which is not very interesting for me, but that's fine. And then we'll finish with some judge and jury moments. Let's dive into it. First, Amy. I heard the movers found something, or a couple things, pretty hilarious inside your closet when they were moving you out of your house.
You guys.
I've
never been more embarrassed in my entire life. And it happened on Saturday and it happened on Sunday. I lived in the house. Megan and Zach lived in the house for how many, like a year or two? 2 years?
We lived there for like 14 months. That was it. 14 months.
Yeah, like a little over a year.
So you guys left a lot of stuff. Megan left a lot of stuff in the closet and I just also left it there. The movers are done. So they're like, do you want to come do a walkthrough at the end of everything before we go to your new house? And I was like, yeah. So I'm upstairs doing the walkthrough. I go into the closet. There's two things. One was a really cute pink thong. And it was clean, by the way. It wasn't dirty. Number two.
It wasn't dirty. I'm sick.
Number two. There was a vibrator left on the shelf.
Wait, what?
From you and Megan.
You're kidding. Wait, I didn't hear that. I just heard about the thong.
No. And this is the thing. They don't know that, you guys lived there before me. So these, I don't know how old they are. They looked like they were 19 years old. They're like,
these poor kids.
That girl has a vibrator. I'm like, no.
Wow.
It's Megan's. And I was like, ah! And I was like, yes, everything looks good. Get out. And then I grabbed it and I put it in my pocket because I'm like, can't leave it.
Wait, that's insane. Wait, hold on, time out. So they walk in. These poor guys put all your clothes into boxes.
Do you think they had to touch it?
Oh, yeah, they definitely moved it. Oh.
They're like,
Yeah, I think they touched the thong and the vibrator.
So could you imagine though?
God.
There's two of them up there. They're sitting there boxing everything in. They probably both saw it and they're like,
they're probably like,
did you see that?
Look.
No, they were probably like, dude, this girl wears thongs and she has a vibrator.
This chick's a freak.
Little do they know.
Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
I am just a perfect innocent Mormon girl, and it's my sister's. So it gets worse. If that wasn't mortifying enough for me, that three strangers who are probably 20 years old, I'll never see them again. Do I really care that much? No. But it was embarrassing because I was in the, we were all three in the closet. We were all four in the closet together. Me, the mover, the vibrator, and the thong. So that was embarrassing enough. So then I have to follow the movers down to Vineyard and show them where I live. So I couldn't just have this Megan's vibrator in my pocket. So I put it, I defiled my new car and I put it inside the center console. I got a new car, by the way. We can tell that story after.
We need to go back to that.
So I put it in the center console, forget about it, out of sight, out of mind. I've erased it, blocked it from my memory. So the next day is Sunday. We all go to Emily's house for family dinner. And Michael is like, oh, kids, let's go take Amy's new car for a spin, whatever.
So ages are
yeah, all across the board. So then I get a call from Michael, and I'm like, oh, why is he calling me? He's on a drive. I'm like, I hope he didn't crash my new car. It's and he goes, Amy, what's this pink thing that vibrates in your car?
Oh, no.
I hung up so fast.
You're
First
like,
of all, it's embarrassing enough that the mover saw it. It's embarrassing that my nephew, who knows literally nothing, is being like, hey, what is this in your car? It's the only thing in your car. It's a brand new car. It's the only thing in here. Michael obviously knows what it is. Michael also is like, she has a vibrator. Michael doesn't know that it's not mine. And I'm sure he was like,
Michael's head is spinning.
no, I'm sure he was like, why?
Hey.
Also, why in the car? I'm sure he was like, why is it in the car out of all places?
Wait.
If you're
Hold
going
on.
to have one.
Time out.
It's so funny.
I'm the dad, okay? I'm Michael right now. I got my daughter. I didn't get my daughter. My daughter gets a brand new car. I take it for a test drive. There's nothing else in it. I open the glove box. Just a vibrator? I would be like,
Vibrator.
wow, my daughter has some serious issues if nothing else is in this car except a vibrator. That was the first thing she put in.
It's so shocking. So then comes home and he's like, no, seriously, like, what is it?
Like,
And I was like, go ask your mom and dad. Like, I'm not taking that on. The best, Michael didn't say a word.
he was
Didn't
Wait, he didn't-
acknowledge it. Didn't acknowledge
Silent.
it. He wasn't even like, what is that? He just
No.
was like, we're burying our heads in the sand. I had to tell. I was like, Dad, that's Megan's.
He
was
turned a
in-
blind eye.
It was in the Lehigh house. Like, I just want you to know it's not mine. It's not mine.
Yeah, he was just ready to ignore that forever.
Yeah, no. And I think he was like, okay, don't speak of it. And I was like,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think it really made it much better knowing that it was like just his other daughters. Maybe just slightly because I'm married.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're totally
But
going past that. Like,
it's all the same for him.
this is
It's
Megan.
it's all the same. So yeah, that was absolutely mortifying. That was just like the cherry on top of just like so many people just thinking that I have a vibrator. Little do they know it's my sister's.
Or is it? If Michael asks, I'm saying it. I don't know what it is. Not ours. Not mine. Not Megan's.
Not
So
Not
No.
mine.
And then I start opening drawers to make sure we have everything. And I open up a drawer. And what do I find? The vibrator charger. I'm like, Zach,
wait,
why
not
is
just
it
any
in the
drawer.
kitchen drawer?
It was
It's
in
in
the
the
silverware.
drawer on top of the forks. I'm like,
Like, I don't know why it was there.
what
I
is
truly
happening
don't.
inside of this Lehigh house? If those walls could talk, man.
It's good.
Anyway,
Shout out to All Smiles moving in Utah. If you ever move, you could use them.
there you go. That's a good plug. Megan, welcome to the
Yep.
podcast.
Thank you.
I know everything, but what has happened this week for you? What are your opening
Ooh.
statements for us?
I have had an interesting week.
Oh.
I had a
Good.
really exciting interview. I didn't get it. I'm fine with it though. I really am. I'm laying in bed with our oldest boy, Dean, and I get this message on my phone. And it's from a producer. And she asks me if I'd be interested in being on the show. And I'm like, I immediately screenshot it and send it to Zach. And he's like, you have to get on a call. Like, message her back, schedule it. I'm like, okay. I schedule the call for the next day. She calls me. She's like, okay, we're doing this really cool show. I go on that call. They're like, would you like us to throw your hat in the ring? I'm like, yes, please throw my hat in the ring. So she tells me, okay, I'm going to throw your hat in the ring. I'm going to take you to the executive producers. If they're interested in you, they'll schedule a Zoom call with you for this certain day. So I get the Zoom call. I'm like, wow, I've made it to the next round. This is crazy. So I get all ready for this Zoom call. It ends up being 6 minutes. I was expecting it to be like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
It was only-
yeah,
I didn't know that.
6 minutes after I had waited for 30 minutes to get on the call
Yeah, I was.
from
I
the
mean,
time
not
they
to jump
gave me.
in, but I was like so confused because we were so excited. I thought she was for sure gonna get it. I was gonna take the boys out for the interview because I didn't want any distractions. I wanted everything to go great for her.
Mhm.
And then I think we like walked outside to like go get in the car or something, and the boys are playing. And by the time we were about to get in the car, you had called me and said you were done. I was like,
Mhm.
What the
So
heck?
what did they ask you on the 6-minute interview?
So, okay, so the first question was like, okay, wait, I'm trying to think. What did they ask me first? Oh, they were like, okay, so like tell us like what was your reaction when, you heard about this opportunity? And I was like, oh my gosh, I was so excited. Like, this is such a crazy opportunity. Then they were like, all right, thank you so much. Bye. My track record for reality shows is that I'm just too boring. So I think it could have been that too.
Okay, in a reality show based off of your life, it's like, yeah, are you a little boring? Yeah, because you're not a psycho freak.
I personally think they already knew who they wanted, and maybe they had already interviewed, like, since you were at the end of the day, I bet they had interviewed people before, and they found like 2 or 3 people, or how many people they needed. They found them early and like loved them. And so by the time they got to you, because it was like the end of the day for them, they probably were like, all right.
It was just like a courtesy thing since it was already scheduled.
We'll do it. We already promised her a call. We'll interview her. And then they waited for the first little thing that could be like, all right, there's our red flag. Let's get this over with.
It's because, do you want to know what it is?
I know what you're going to say. I was going to say the same
God
thing.
Blinders
put
on their
blinders
eyes.
on those producers because he
Yep.
said no.
He said this
Yep.
is not for Megan and Zach
No.
and those boys.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not for them.
He's protecting you.
Yep.
Better things are coming.
He
Better
is.
things are
It's
coming.
true.
Exactly.
Facts.
That was a crazy week with those interviews. I truly thought, and we already talked about this, but I truly thought you were going to get it. I thought it was a locked in. Megan was going. It was all good things. Blinders are on.
The blinders were there. As soon as that call ended at 6 minutes, I knew I wasn't going to get it.
Moving on, I mean, that was my week too, so you just summed up my week. I didn't really have anything going on, so no real updates from me. But moving on to some questions that people submitted. First one, what I think is a very good question. Why isn't Megan on the podcast in the first place?
Oh. Megan?
I'm in the background. I'm the podcast manager.
But how
I
do you
run
feel
She's
about
the
that?
director.
media. I'm like the little puppeteer behind the scenes of the podcast, and that's where I like to be. I do the social media. Zach and I have really amped up our reel game, our clips.
I love it.
They're
I
getting
love
a
the
lot better.
clips.
But building off that, what did you think? Because this is like a separate question too. Is what did you think when Amy, Emily, and I all decided we were going to do this podcast together? Was that weird for you? Were you like, why is Zach doing this? Like, yeah, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, my honest thoughts, no, not at all. I did not think it was weird at all. I knew it would be hilarious. I knew that it's something that like I would love to listen to. At this point, I think it was just supposed to be Zach and Emily. But Emily was like a little nervous, a little apprehensive, and Amy was like, well, I'll do it. And me and Zach were like, okay, yes, let's do it. You and Zach, this will be so funny. And then that made Emily have FOMO. So then she jumped right back in.
Yeah, she didn't
So-
like that I was like gonna
No, she didn't like
come
it.
in and step on her toes, and she was like, no.
She said, no. Me too. Don't forget about me. So I'm really excited. I think it's so fun. I love it. I think it's hilarious. I've loved every episode.
And were you shocked when I said I wanted to do this? Because I have no social media. I'm usually not in front of everything like this.
No,
I was
because
shocked.
I think Zach, he just like loves trying new things. So it's just like a fun, exciting hobby for him.
Honestly,
to
I
just,
think
like,
it's super
dip his
fun.
toes into. He loves it.
It's super fun, even though I'm not very good at it. But we'll get better. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're
Next
not very
question.
good at what?
It's a learning curve.
Being a podcaster. I still feel like I'm not good at just being myself and like being.
Oh, I think you're good.
You know what I mean?
I think you do great.
I think we're like the best podcast out there. So
I mean, it's true. It's true. All right, next question though. If you, Megan, if you could switch lives with one sister for a day, who would it be?
ooh, who would it be?
I have an answer.
Just
for this,
one
too.
day. I know
day.
exactly who I would pick, and it would be Amy.
Why?
Because she lives the life. Like, oh my gosh. She sleeps in most days until
true.
noon.
When she feels like it. Not noon. Not quite noon.
Not
Not all the
Not
time.
noon. I text her in
But
the
like
morning
on
sometimes.
this day where I switch lives with Amy, I sleep in until noon.
Got it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying here. And I get into my brand new cute little car. I go get swig. I scroll on TikTok. I watch a show.
But
I
then,
don't have a thing to worry about.
and wait. Okay, can I add mine? Because my day would be Amy's day too.
Mhm.
But
You would pick me too?
100%.
Oh, I'm dead.
Like, who
100%.
wouldn't pick?
Amy's life, but I'm picking a ghosting day because I also don't want it a day. I don't want Emily and Rachel calling me to come pick up their kids or to go run errands for them or anything. I don't want your dad saying come down to work because we have a meeting with the clients. I'm going a complete ghosting day. I'm living back in the Lehigh house though, and I'm just waking up when I want, driving. I'm gonna DoorDash some food to my house.
Yep.
That is
Always.
like a fantastic day. And
Yeah.
maybe I'll go shopping online, get some new stuff. Who knows what
definitely.
might happen? It's gonna be
Yeah.
a chill, great day.
I love that. I'm honored that you guys picked me.
Hands down.
You do a good job of just, and not everyone's this way. You don't seem stressed much ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm very like fortunate that I don't have to be stressed about a lot.
But like most people don't in reality, you know what I mean? Like, but we invent our own stress. I am the worst in the world. I'm so bad at inventing my own stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
are
That's
pretty bad
true.
at that.
But you are so good, and I'm actually jealous of this, of like, things happen and they just go off your shoulders. Like, it's whatever.
I do get stressed like sometimes. I feel like I'm really good at compartmentalizing. And so it's like I can keep my stress like in a stress box. And maybe this is like to a fault. I'm like, in the big grand scheme of things, does it really matter? No. And then I'm like, who cares?
Honestly, more than you know, that's like a very good perspective to have.
Yeah,
That
it
is
is.
really good.
You know what that's called? Keeping the eternal perspective.
It's so good.
Yeah,
So
and
good.
I think that's also like Emily and Rachel are always like, are you not stressed about dating? Like Emily's always like, I was engaged to 17 people and I always had a guy in my back pocket. Like, how are you not stressed that like you're not like dating anybody or like, and I'm just like, I'm not stressed because I know it'll all work out.
And that's why I think you're gonna find like your perfect person, and you're never gonna force something to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Because this is the other thing that Michael always tells me is why stress about something that you can't control?
Yeah, I wish I did that, but
Truth.
So
it's a good
yeah.
one. But okay, question for you then: if you could switch lives with one of the sisters, who would it be? Amy.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I actually don't know.
Okay, so you gotta
Probably.
answer.
I think I know who you'd pick.
Well, this is the thing. I feel like me and Rachel live very similar lives, other than the fact that she has a much bigger wallet than I do.
Fair.
But like, I don't know, maybe Megan, but like you have to be gone.
Yeah, right. You would not pick me.
Yeah, you're
No,
not.
I would pick you because I want to hang out with the boys. It's like I feel like me, Emily, and Rachel live very like
You just want to mix it up. You want to try something different.
You want to
You're gonna
change it
go
up.
Megan.
You want to go live in Virginia across the country in a
Yeah,
tiny
and
little house.
and I want to hang out with my babies.
Mm-hmm.
So
get
that's
that.
what I would do. And I want to like I wish that I was like you where I like love to cook. Where you like you love to make bread,
Mhm.
you love to make dinner every night. That's like my worst nightmare. I wish I had that love in me because like I want to, but then when I do it the whole time I'm like chopping the lettuce. I'm like I don't want to do that. You
You're
know what
really
I
good
mean?
at it, though. You're a good cook.
I know, but I hate cooking.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, next question. Megan, do you feel left out by your sisters?
I don't feel left out by the sisters. Sometimes I do get FOMO. Like, I don't even have the opportunity to be invited to a lot of things that they do because I live across the country. And then, like, you know, sometimes they'll go gallivanting to Dallas or New York. And I would love to go, but I can't. I don't want to leave my little babies.
So, background, when Megan and I got married, so it was super fast. I mean, everyone probably already knows this. The 69 days, we got engaged in August, and we were married in October. And we got married on Saturday. I flew in Friday night, or Friday afternoon. We went and got our marriage license that night, and then we got married the next day. And then Sunday, she flew out to Rhode Island to come live with me. And then I had practice on Monday. So it was super quick turnaround, and your whole life, you had only lived in Utah. You'd obviously traveled.
No, she lived in Chicago.
Okay, but that was for like a couple months.
Short
you know
stints,
what I mean?
you know.
Short
I had short
stints.
stints where I lived away
And
from
she lived
Utah.
in Seattle for the summer, every summer for how
Every
many
summer.
years?
Every
Okay,
summer I lived in Seattle, and
But
I did live in
fully
Chicago and St.
settled.
Louis for 3 months.
But fully settled
Yes,
somewhere
truth.
else. Did you have any resentment for me?
No, never. And I think it's because similar to Amy, like where she's like, I can kind of realize like a bigger picture, like what I was saying before, like with the eternal perspective. Like I saw the bigger picture. I saw, okay, this person that I love, yeah, he lives freaking across the country in Rhode Island, but he's going to Brown University. He's an incredible guy who is going to be an amazing dad, an amazing husband. So I feel like it didn't really affect me that much, and I never had resentment for you because I knew we wouldn't be in Rhode Island forever. There's planes, there's FaceTime. I've never had a problem with it. And if we have to move to a place that I would have a problem, I would let you know. But we've always lived in places that I've really enjoyed.
Last question for you, Megan. What is your side of the Rachel story?
We've talked about this fight at nauseum. I'm over it.
I am too. But so just land the plane, make it
This
quick.
will close the chapter.
Close it. I'm done with this.
I think it was way overblown, way dramatic, on both sides. I have a very different parenting style, I think, than like Emily and Rachel do. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I just think everyone kind of has like a different way of doing things. And they think that I am a helicopter parent, but I am happy in the way that I parent and like how I do things. Like, I feel good about it. And so sometimes when I am constantly told that, whilst being told that I need to be put on select, that sometimes it makes me feel defensive because it makes me feel like my parenting style is solely because, you know, I need to be put on Celexa, and not because it's just the way I choose to parent. So sometimes I can feel like, oh, I can't have a different opinion than, you know, you guys do. Like, and I feel like sometimes Rachel can't wrap her head around the fact that I could possibly have a different opinion or like a different view on something. And so I think Rachel, you know, like she shared the blanket story with Isla Rose, and like another conversation we've had a lot is like how she had a really horrible experience nursing and how she, you know, didn't want to let it go, and she was holding on to it for so long until someone finally told her that it was okay if she didn't do it anymore. And I think she was trying to do that for me, but I loved nursing and Weston was amazing at nursing. And so like I didn't need her to do that. I feel like sometimes she thinks I do too much or, you know, whatever. And that's not something like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but like I think she felt like she needed to like pull me out of the trenches because that's how she felt. But like we can have a different experience. And I think that was the real issue there.
I also think she was worried because we know how you are, and you are more of like a suffer in silence.
Mm-hmm.
Where you don't talk about it or like you don't ask for help until like way later, and then we're like, wait, why didn't you say anything? And so I think she wanted like to like be like, we're here for you, and if you feel like this, it's okay because I felt like this. So it was all coming from a good place. It was coming from a good place with Zach, coming from a good place with Rachel. We kind of just lost the plot a little bit.
No, totally. Because I think it's like I would go and like I would kind of vent to Zach about things. And then when I vent about it, like I'm over it. I forget about it. It's fine. But then Zach is like holding on to it for me, you
Model
know?
that up.
And I think that's like really common, like with anyone in any relationship. It's like if you tell your family about like all these, you know, crappy things that this guy's doing or this friend is doing, whatever. Like we do it with Emily and Rachel's friends when they tell us mean things that their friends do. I'm like, I freaking hate that girl, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think it's kind of like that situation. Especially where like Zach came from a family where it was like they didn't just like forgive and forget as easily, I feel like. And us, it's like we can like be at each other's throats and then want to go like get, you know, lunch at Nordstrom Cafe and 2 minutes later. So yeah, no, we're all good. Me and Rachel talk all the time.
And I don't step in the middle with the issues. Yeah.
I feel like all the brother-in-laws at some point had to learn they aren't a part of the sister drama. They should not insert themselves. They need to, you know, remove themselves as far away as they possibly can. Let us handle it. And this was just Zach's, you know, lesson.
I was just trying to be protective, okay? That was it.
And I appreciate that.
That was it.
You always should be.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, okay. Book
Put to
closed, chapter closed. We're good.
Thank you so much. I never want to hear about this damn fight again.
I don't either.
It's over. It's over. All right, that is to bed. That is to rest. No more. So, moving on. We haven't really talked too much about, we were naming like the verdict, which was the pop culture stuff recently, because it's not as interesting, but Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is it season 4?
Yeah, I think it's season 4.
So that just dropped. Once again, I could care less, but I know this is a big hot topic. Oh, I couldn't? Did I say I could?
You couldn't. Mm-hmm.
You couldn't care less, because if you could care less, you would care more.
You would care. Mm-hmm.
My bad, I meant to say couldn't. So I couldn't care less. And so, but I know you both have been watching it and talking a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished it last night.
Yeah, I finished it.
I have a few thoughts.
Let's hear.
Number one, it's a dumpster fire. It's a train wreck that I genuinely can't look away from.
Yeah.
Number two, you want to know what really chaps my ass?
Oh my God.
And I'll tell you.
What does that even mean?
I'll tell you what chaps my ass. And you can let me know if it chaps yours too. It like genuinely fills me with anger when they sit in those freaking confessionals and they're like, in the Mormon religion, the priesthood holders make all the decisions and the wives just go along with it. Mm-hmm. First of all, what effing religion are you a part of? Because it's not the same one I'm a part of or anybody that I know. And I don't know. They're probably just doing it like to play it up, like to get people talking about it, like exactly what we're doing. But I'm like, first of all, no. Shannon makes all the decisions, hence the car. And Michael's like, okay, I guess I'll go do what Shannon tells me to do. It makes me so mad because for the people who know nothing about the church, they're like, yeah, that's weird and that is culty. But that's not how it is.
No.
And the church does not promote that. They do not promote the man makes all the decisions, and because he has the priesthood and the woman doesn't, the woman has to follow and do everything the man says. No.
A big issue is a lot of people confuse human nature or just like human personality traits that are negative to Mormon culture, because people act like that in every single religion across the board. Atheists act like that, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Like, I know that there are people that have those relationship dynamics in other religious things, and like people who aren't religious act like that too. So, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not just they're saying it's a Mormon problem. I think it's just like a personality trait and like a human nature problem.
Yeah, it's like, hi, remember the hunters and the gatherers? Yeah, the hunters and the gatherers. Yeah. The men would go out and hunt. It had nothing to do with religion. And the women would like gather the berries. I remember vividly learning that in like 3rd grade.
They would forage.
Mm-hmm. The foragers. We were foragers. Name the movie.
I actually don't know.
Moana. Oh, wait, no. Did you say Voyagers or Voyagers?
Voyagers.
Oh, wow.
Oh man,
I'm
that's
dead.
too
Here we
good.
go.
They sound the same. Anyway,
All right. So anyway, back to
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
yes, the dumpster fire. Okay,
It really was such a dumpster fire. Like, oh my gosh.
the two people I like because we know them are
Mhm.
Macy and Jacob.
And Jacob, yeah. They're
I've
my
never
favorites
watched the
for
show.
sure.
I
But-
like Miranda, and I
I
like
do.
Layla.
Yeah. I like all of them. They're all great TV. Like great TV. Macy will always be my favorite because I'm friends with her. Zach went to high school with Demi.
I did go to high school to me.
What was she like in high school?
She was very quiet, didn't talk to many people, and would always leave with her boyfriend that wasn't in high school on his motorbike. That's what I remember.
So she's always liked the older boys. Okay.
Yeah, this is the other thing that people are freaking out about. People are freaking out about The Bachelorette because
Mhm.
Taylor is an idiot
Yeah, that
and
was not
keeps
good.
going back to Dakota. It's like, Taylor, did you not think that like this wasn't gonna like make people upset that you're sleeping with your baby daddy the day you leave for The Bachelorette?
That's
Yeah,
actually crazy.
Not good.
If I was those guys watching this back, because that's all happened.
Mhm.
She's already picked, right, by this point,
Yeah, it's
who
done.
she's
Yeah.
going to be.
and
Yeah.
they're
It's
already
done.
broken up.
They're-
Spoiler,
yeah, she-
sorry.
She's already back together with Dakota. That's why people are so mad because
All
she
before
went
it's
on
even
the
aired.
she went on The Bachelorette, and then Secret Lives of Mormon Wives came out, and they're like, why would she even go? First of all, she's clearly not over Dakota. She literally says in the episode, I have feelings for you. And then she's like, okay, I'm getting out of the car. I have to film for Bachelorette.
Yeah, he's like, save a rose for me.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
just
annoying.
like,
I'd be
it's
so angry.
so annoying. And now all these past Bachelorettes are coming out. And they're like, first of all, you don't go on The Bachelorette to try to get away from your toxic ex.
Mm-mm.
Because
That's
The Bachelorette is
crazy.
only 2 months and then you go back home and he's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
unfortunate.
people are
Smartest.
not happy with her right now. And like all this stuff coming out about how Dakota had to call the cops on her
Yeah.
because she was like beating him up or something.
Did you see the call log of she literally called him at 3:45 in the morning 112 times or something like that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
The call log, there's a screenshot of the call 112 times.
Yeah.
And then more. So it was probably more like 130.
Do we think it's true that, because they're filming season 5 right now,
Yeah.
do we think it's true that the cast refuses to film with her, or is that not true?
I don't know.
I guarantee
I have
that's
no
fake.
idea. I think they stopped filming though because of all of this. Is that right?
Yes. So like a couple days ago, it was like filming paused due to like Taylor and Dakota had to get like a psych eval.
Yeah.
But now, that was like a couple days ago. Now it's that the rest of Mom Talk is refusing to film with Taylor.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
This-
and who knows? That's from like TMZ, so who knows if that's even true.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you think
It's
about it,
just sad.
all this timing is too perfect. Like it just all feels set up to drive more drama, to get more
You
views for
think?
the show. It's all like for all this to come out right now. I mean, just listening to you talk about this from the outside perspective, because I haven't watched it, it's like everything is stacking up perfectly for the week this comes out, then The Bachelorette's coming out. Like all this drama is just like coming out in a swarm to get everyone's attention. And even though people hate her, they're still gonna watch The Bachelorette just to see how big of a dumpster fire she is on that too.
I mean, here's the thing about her, Taylor. She is super lovable. Like I really have liked watching her. She makes some really crappy choices.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have been saying that they think this is going to negatively impact the views of The Bachelorette.
Well, because people are like, what's the point of even watching when I know that they're not even together and she's back
That's
together
fair.
with her baby daddy? I think they were like trying to like break the mold, and like they were obviously trying to get more views, and so they brought on Taylor. Even when she was picked, people were confused because they're like, she has nothing to do with the Bachelor universe. Like they just need to either keep it in the Bachelor universe or maybe pick somebody who's like more stable. I don't know.
Like, I feel like they should have picked Miranda.
I love Miranda.
Me too. I think she's darling. I think
I
she's
don't
hilarious.
know why they didn't pick her in the first place.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
So enough with the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Zach, you didn't want to be on that show?
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys interviewed.
I could be on Dad Talk right now.
You could be part of Dad Talk.
Instead of the podcast, I'll be on Dad Talk.
Can
That
we
would be
talk
my
about
dream.
how awful they are and how they need to get off Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Yeah.
Bye-bye. I don't want to
yeah.
see Jordan's ugly face ever again.
He inserts himself so much. It just makes him look like so like thirsty for.
He is
like,
the
the fame and
thirstiest
attention.
tryhard I've ever seen. Get him off the screen.
Yeah.
No one wants to see him ever again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
People have said that about me on this podcast.
No, they haven't. Have they really?
Yeah,
I think probably.
Someone left a review. Zach is horrible. Get him off of the podcast. Anyway, enough with that. Judge and jury. Let's just do one, since this is really long. And we'll let Megan give her perspective. Okay, my husband's family has a group chat that I'm not in. They have never mentioned it. I found it because the sister accidentally sent something to the wrong thread. Nobody has addressed this. It's been 4 months. I don't even know what I want you to say. I just needed to tell someone.
This is extreme.
I just have a lot of questions. So they have
Zach's
a
dream
family
is
text
to be
with
out
everyone.
of the family text.
Yes. Yes and yes. There is a separate family chat that no one knows. I mean, the in-laws, I guess, don't know about it, and none of the in-laws are in that family chat.
Okay, so none of
we have that.
We have that too.
What's your thoughts here?
There are thousands of group chats that I'm not in.
I mean, I agree.
Emily,
Let's just imagine,
Rachel,
though.
and Amy have a group message without me too.
I have a group chat with Emily, Amy, and Rachel, and just me, and not Megan. But I don't really, that's not active. But anyway, but let's just imagine though, like, let's take a step back, put yourself in her shoes, that you had no idea. Like, that's the thing, you guys are you tell everybody, it doesn't matter if someone sees the group chat, you guys are very, like, it's known that you have separate group chats. But
like,
you've
if
been
it's
married
a
to me,
secret,
Megan.
that's weird.
Yeah, so she doesn't know about this, but this has been happening for a while. Is that weird?
I still don't think it's weird because, like, I'm sure Megan, Emily, and Rachel and Shannon have a group chat that they talk crap on me on that I'm not in and I have no idea about.
Only when you do dumb stuff.
Exactly. So
I don't see the problem, honestly.
I do think, like, the issue would be if bad things are being said about the in-laws. Like, that would be
And it was
weird
like
if it was like
an active secret.
Yeah, a group chat to go and talk about the in-laws. That's something that I just don't think is good, to ever start texting your other family members to talk crap on your wife. Like, that's really bad. That's weird.
Oh, I do
never
that.
You have a wife? I mean, you have a husband?
no, but like I do that with the in-laws. Like, if any of you freaking piss me off, I'm making a group chat with everyone except for that person, and I'm saying,
Yeah.
what a douche.
But if
when have you
it
done
was
that
your
about me?
husband, you wouldn't do that.
Maybe if you really pissed me off, I would.
I know, but like a constant ongoing thing. Like, if your husband had a group message with his siblings and his parents and you found it and you read it and it was all just like nasty stuff about you, you would be like, you don't even like me. Why are you married to me?
No, he could never do that to me.
Oh
That's
my
grounds for
gosh.
divorce. But
So
if he's pissing me off, I can text my mom and sisters and be like, he's so annoying. How dare he treat me
Yeah,
like
that's
this?
different though.
How? Whoa. What? How is that different? I've seen a similar scenario like this play out before. And I'm like, if this was roles reversed, like, I was talking so much crap about Megan or something like that, it would be the biggest deal. But
Yeah,
you
I
all
would be
do it,
absolutely
and it's like,
disgusted.
it's fine. It's fine. How
Well,
is
you
that
want to
fair?
know what it is? You want to know
I've
what
never
it
talked
is?
crap on
What?
you, Zach, and I would have never.
At the end of the day, we're just girls and we just like, we want to gossip and we want to talk and we want to just get our feelings out. So if you're really pissing Megan off one day, she'll call me and she's like, ugh, he's so annoying. He's bugging me.
Well, usually I do it in front of you. Like
That's true.
usually
That is
you're,
true, like-
you're in earshot
Yeah.
and you can hear me venting about you. It's not a secret because anything I'm telling her, I've already said to your face.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So
So that's different than like a shady, sneaky group message. Like that's weird. If that's the case.
But
If it's
Amy
just
just said
normal
that happened.
family stuff, I think it's fine.
All right.
I've never done that.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So what's the verdict here? What does she need to do? Get over it?
if they're talking bad about the in-laws, then what you do, you make a group message with the in-laws and you start talking crap about them.
Yeah.
And you say, there's this group chat, they're talking crap on us, and you like drop the bomb and you let everybody know.
Send screenshots.
If they're not, yeah, make sure you have receipts.
This is
If they're
horrible
not
advice.
talking crap on you and it's just like family updates that like the in-laws probably don't even care about anyway, then who cares? Whatever. And if it really bothers you that much,
talk to him.
just get your husband's phone and read it every day, or have him secretly add you. I don't know.
Or just be like, it's kind of
Wow.
weird that you have this group message without me. Like, what do you guys talk about in it? And if he's then weird about it, give me the phone.
This is the other thing that you could do. If he has a computer, an iPad, or an Apple Watch,
Apple Watch.
you could go on and read his messages and don't tell him. And then you could ask about it. And if he lies about it and is like sneaky, then you could be like, why are you lying? I already know that was a test. You failed.
I actually had a roommate in college. I was on a trip and she took my Apple Watch out of my bedroom and she read my messages with our other friend. And we were talking bad about her.
It's never been the same.
It's
No,
but
you weren't
somehow-
talking bad about her.
No, we were talking bad about her boyfriend. And it wasn't just
Because
me.
he was kind of mean.
Because he was mean to
And
her
they're
at
married
the
now.
time. No, they're happily married. They have children. I think they're a beautiful family. But I think it's interesting that we never stayed close. But the other girl that was in the message with me, they are still very close. I don't even think I said
So-
anything that bad.
No.
I'm going to say Amy's advice was terrible. Don't do that.
I thought I had great advice.
Go sneak and find an iPad or Apple Watch and read all the messages. First off,
First of
Just
all,
stop. Let me finish.
No, first of all, information is power. And
No,
Okay.
you
I
need to
agree.
stand in your power.
Hold on. There's trust. You want to have trust with someone. If you do something like that, you're going to destroy the trust. Okay, but anyway, you're rolling your eyes.
She's already upset that she's not in the group chat. So I'm saying, if you're that upset about it, go read about it.
So I was
Figure
going
out
to say,
but
what
just
it's about. And
ask
if
your
it's
husband.
bad,
yeah, ask
well,
first.
but what if he's lying?
Then go read it after if he lies, because
No,
that means there's
you
no
read
trust
it,
there.
And then you ask, and if he lies, like, what if she's like, I'm worried that he's like cheating on me or whatever? You got to know. Go through
Okay.
the phone. Go through the Apple Watch,
Okay,
the
No,
that's-
iPad,
I
computer.
That's your
agree,
advice.
but like, if I came to Zach and I was like, "Hey, can I read your family text?" He would not think that that was weird at all. He'd be like, "Yeah, here." So if the
Well, yeah, because
if-
Zach has nothing to hide.
I know, so I'm saying if the guy's weird about it, then she knows. Oh, he's got something to hide. I should do my.
But then,
Then
what
you
if
could
he
go
goes
do
and
that.
deletes it? But what if he deletes it?
That's true.
I don't know.
Could you like disguise the group message name or like things like that so it looks like that's who he's messaging, but really he's messaging somebody else?
No, you couldn't hide a whole group.
No,
Actually,
you-
I don't know.
You can only name a group chat if there's like, I think like 3 or more people.
I think this kind of got away from us. I think a little overblown.
We're really losing the plot.
Yes.
We're really
Okay. So
creating
final
like
verdict.
our own narratives here.
Everyone's one sentence final decision. Megan, go.
I think you just need to find a little bit more information out and go from there.
Okay, Amy?
I agree with Megan. You need more information. She needs to come back and give us an update on after she reads the group text what it was about. Because what if it's just like about schedules
Yeah.
or like they're sending like pictures or whatever. But if they're
Or like
talking
a
bad about the
surprise
in-laws,
for their parents or something. Like Zach has had a family text where it's like just the siblings and stuff, and they're like planning, their
Okay,
parents'
we're losing the
birthday.
plot again, people. One
Sorry, 'kay.
sentence.
go. This is my advice. Go freaking read those messages. Come back and tell us what they said. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, my advice, go talk to him, ask him. I'm pretty sure he'll say, it's a family text, here you go. Like, I don't think it's a big deal. So,
And if
that's the
that is
wrap
the
up.
case, come back and tell us.
Yeah, I have to know either
Whether
way.
it was bad or good, I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the end of Judge and Jury and the end of our podcast with the best guest ever, Megan. Thank you for joining us. And
Anytime. Podcast manager.
Good job, Queen.
Thank you.
Podcast manager. Everyone, please go subscribe. Leave us a good review instead of all the ones that are just hating on me.
Do we have bad reviews?
We have no. We
It's
don't have
mixed.
that many bad ones, but if there's bad ones, it's usually because they hate me.
They're either glowing
loser.
reviews, or they're like, we hate Zach.
Which I think is actually comedy, though. That's pretty funny stuff.
I think that's rude
it's
because I think you're great.
I could
think
care
you're
less,
great,
honestly,
too.
but I couldn't care less
Thank you.
Thank you.
about those reviews, but they're pretty funny. Anyway, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and thanks for watching episode 10 of Legally Friends.
Bye.
Bye.